All right, we are live. This is part two of Couchbase and NetBeans plugin together. In part one, we what we did is we got built a NetBeans node in the services panel, and then we saw Couchbase node was shown over there. So today, Gitjan and myself will teach you how easy it is to get fired up with the Couchbase server. So we'll download a Couchbase server. We will have a simple Java EE application up and running in this. For Java EE, we will use Wildfly as an application server. So think about NetBeans, Wildfly, and Couchbase together, working with to show you how you can access your JSON data from a Couchbase application, from a Java EE application running on Wildfly. All right. So, Gidjan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that I can tell people on where they can actually download Couchbase from. There's a new widget here. So let me see if I figure out how to share the screen. There we go. I shared the entire screen. Okay. And then in my browser, which is over here, so the way we do that is, and you can follow along. So this is couchbase.com. On couchbase.com, you click on the big red download button here. Now, Couchbase comes in two varieties. There is a CE and a community, which is community edition, and then there is EE, which is the enterprise edition. So, in terms of the download, there's a feature difference between the two, and which is highlighted over here. Not going to go into that in details, but for dev and test purpose, we definitely encourage people to download the enterprise edition. And so, Gijan, if you are on Mac, then I would recommend clicking on this download button. You click here.
I'm not actually on Mac. I'm on Windows.
Oh, that's okay. Windows is fine. So you can click on show all platforms here, and then it will show you
Sure.
the list of platforms, and you can download that.
I need to fill in a bunch of details about myself.
No, I mean I just clicked on it and it gave me to download link. For EE, it may ask you some data.
So which one are we taking, the EE or the Community Edition?
So for EE, it does require registration, but if you click on CE, which would work fine for us as well, it does not require any registration.
I've registered and I'm doing fine. I've gone through it, and right now the EE is downloading.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, that's great. So what we'll do today is fire up the server, show you how to configure it, and so that's one part of it. While that's happening, then the second thing that we're going to do here is I'm going to close this window here, and I'm going to paste the link to this in our chat window.
All right.
Let's see, where is my chat window here? This is a new widget. Where is the chat window here? They keep messing around with it.
Maybe at the wait, just
It used to be on the left side, but now they seem to have moved it around.
Maybe we should use Skype for the chat.
Let's do that. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll send you this link. It's nothing.
Just restart.
What was that?
Okay, got it. So maybe we should switch to me so I can show.
Correct.
Me setting up this project.
Correct. What you're doing, because that's what is important. All right. So let's share your screen.
How do I do that?
So I think on the right side here it says something share screen, and then you share your screen. Yeah. On the top right, it showed me share screen. Oh, there you go. I can see it now. Fantastic. Okay.
So what I have right here is, by the way, I can hear an echo.
You're hearing an echo?
Yes.
Let me quickly go grab my headset. Hold on.
Sure.
All right, is that any better? Okay, fine, fantastic. So show me your screen. Yeah, yeah. And I still see the same dark color look. That's kind of cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. So the feature that you were just explaining right now, that's pretty cool because there is no refresh that is happening in the browser. As a matter of fact, yeah, 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 really cool. That's it. That's it. Yeah, and that happens because of the NetBeans plugin or the Chrome browser plugin that has been made, right? Right. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. This is a pure Maven project. Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now this is your Couchbase thing here. Yeah. Open. Let's open the POM here. So if you open the source packages in here, first of all, let's see. Yeah. So in the source packages, you can see um, there is an airline bean, airline resource. Ignore the airline resource too. Look at database.java first of all. If you look at database.java, and why is it complaining about the package? Okay, never mind. So here it talks about init. This is my simple query. It's going to find out if this table exists or doesn't exist. It's going to create a table for you. Go down to line 35, which says pre-destroy, which is basically saying it's going to disconnect from the database and disconnect from the bucket. In terms of Couchbase, in terms of a relational database, people talk about it being a database table. Here we have a concept of a bucket. Now table and bucket are not one-on-one because tables is a lot more structured. Here is a lot more flexible schema in that sense. The key part that we are looking over here is line 44, where we're saying Couchbase cluster create, and I'm saying system.get.env Couchbase URI. Now, this particular project was designed to run for the Docker image. So what we can do is we can comment line 44, uncomment line 43, and then instead of 190, change this to localhost. So that's my localhost, and so that's all you need to connect with the Couchbase server. Really, that's all you need, and so that'll connect. Um, and if you scroll up a little bit further, yeah. So the line 23 says post construct. Well, first of all, line 16 and 17 says this is a singleton startup bean. That means this bean will automatically be loaded and as part of a Java EE specification. This singleton EJB will be automatically loaded, and then line 23. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. When we do the Maven install, then it'll take care of all those things. So let's not worry about that right now. Um, 1617 says it's a single step startup bean, so that means it'll run the bean as soon as the project is deployed. So that's cool. Then you look at 23, which is post construct. That's again a Java EE concept. It says, hey, by the way, before this bean is made available for injection, and the bean is constructed, run this method. And in this method, we are saying, get me the bucket. Then you say, if you say, get me the bucket, which is line 49 down here, it says, oh, from the bucket, let me see if the cluster is ready. It gets the cluster, and this is where we're making the connection to the cluster. Then from the cluster, I open the bucket. So the presumption here is, when we're going to do that in a second, when the Couchbase server is up and running, there is a travel sample bucket, which is a sample bucket, comes as part of Couchbase server itself. That would be available in it, and we will install that in a second. And then, so go back to line 25. It says, hey, if in the bucket this sequence exists, then it's cool. If it doesn't exist, then create this sequence, and initialize it. This is sort of what we're going to be using for counter, so to say, when we're adding new airline. So effectively, in this simple sample, we're going to take travel sample bucket. Travel sample has a whole lot of data. One of the data is about airlines. So we will be able to do crudding of that airline data. So that's sort of the main premise of this example. Okay. So let's go back to see if the download is complete. Nope, I can only see NetBeans. Okay. Nope, I only see NetBeans. Okay. I am seeing your pretty face. So by the way, Eben just joined me in the room as well. So I'll see if I can disconnect the headphone here, and so that he can listen to you as well. And let's see if the echo comes back. Then we'll try to fix it. All right. So resuming back again here. So I think the part that we missed is, Gideon, you showed that Couchbase was already downloaded, and now you are installing Couchbase server right here in your machine. Okay. So just to kind of update Evan, we were talking about, the goal today is, there's a simple Couchbase and Java EE application that I've written. Girjan has Wildfly up and running. So the goal would be to take this application, deploy it on Wildfly, and from there it's going to access the Couchbase server. If we can have that up and running, that's cool. A bonus would be where we can actually have NetBeans being able to connect to this Couchbase server and see what we can do over there. Okay, fantastic. Click on the setup button. You can take the defaults here if you can scroll down. Okay, and here it gives you some numbers. If you are okay with those numbers, you can click on that. You can configure it in a clustered mode or a standalone mode. For development, standalone mode is fine. So let's stick with that. Yeah. And this is where we're going to select travel sample. So it's going to install the travel sample bucket. Click on next. And again, it asks some certain default values here. So we're going to stick with it. And you don't have to, and you can disable the software update notifications and agree to the terms and conditions. Yeah, that's it. And you can put the password, whatever you want the password to be. And click on next. Oh, must at least 6 characters. And there you go. And so this is your console here. And if you scroll to the top, actually, it's on the, here is showing in the green that is loading sample, travel sample. It's a big bucket with about 30,000 documents. It takes some time to load the travel sample, but that's sort of the essence of it. I think one of the cool things that I want to explain also is, typically if you are going through the first time install, it's good to go through these manual steps. But behind the scenes, all of this is done using REST API. So if you look at Couchbase Java EE, over there is a Docker image, which basically runs the Couchbase server, issues all these commands to you using the REST API. So literally by just running a single Docker image, you have started Couchbase image, you have configured it using REST API, you have loaded the travel sample, and everything is up and running for you just by single image. So all of that can be completely automated. There's a manual version, there's a command line version, there's a REST version. All of that can be easily automated. Okay, so let's look at the application in the meanwhile. Now let's go back to NetBeans and let's try to build this project. Yeah, yeah. And while it'll build, let's look at the pom.xml. Um, okay, let's look at this. I like looking at the source. Oh, the graph view is nice. I like looking at the source. So scroll down a little bit. Um, so there is a Wildfly profile. That's the profile that I'm interested in. So here, if you can see, here it says org Wildfly plugin. On line 124 is the Wildfly Maven plugin, and it's going to install and deploy it right there itself. So all we really need to do is we need to say Maven install, and then say dash D Wildfly, and it'll take care of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's go back to the browser and see if the travel sample is already loaded. Okay, still loading travel sample. But what we can do is we can try to deploy this project on Wildfly. So then we need to do that from NetBeans. How do I invoke in a particular profile? Like I want to say Maven install dash D Wildfly. Yeah. And how do I say install here? Okay. 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 Install. Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me go back to the project and yeah. Right. So I'm looking at the Couchbase Java EE, and it basically says what all I need to specify over there. Um, so if you go to Couchbase Java EE, go to the web browser and go to Couchbase Java EE, the GitHub repo. Yeah, and scroll down, look at the Wildfly. There's a Wildfly profile where it talks about. This is the configure part of it. We don't need this. Don't worry about it. Yeah, right here. So here it says Maven install p Wildfly. So this is the command that we need to give. I have not automated it. Um, I'm yeah, yeah. install. Um, okay. So yeah, execute goals is install. That's good. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Okay, we may not even need all this stuff. We should be able to right click on the Couchbase Java EE project. Since we're doing from NetBeans, the whole thing is damn simplified. We should be able to just run it on Wildfly server. Yeah, yeah. This is only required if you're doing it from the CLI. Yeah. That should be available. Let's look back. It's still loading the travel sample data. Wow, it's taking a lot longer. Yeah, I mean up here on the top right, it shows that green thing, loading sample, travel sample. No, it's probably busy loading the data here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Run it. Have you set up the Wildfly server here? Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So let's run it then. Because when you run it, it'll deploy it. And remember the post construct bean that I was showing earlier? That'll try to pop up. Oh, you know what? I think you set up the Wildfly profile here. So it's trying to build in that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm here. I'm here. Okay. Okay. So it's built it. So now you say run it. Okay. So yeah, let me see what is the URL where this thing is available. So the access URL for you is resources/airline. Yeah, correct. So say resources/airline over there. Yeah, slash airline. That's it. There you go. Fantastic. So our travel sample is there. So this is just a simple Java EE application. All it's giving you is a bunch of data. JSON is because it's JSON, so it dumps the JSON data back to you. All right. So let's see. We have about 20 more minutes. See if we can actually do something about populating that Couchbase node that we had earlier on how we can configure that in here. Correct. And that's for Eben then. Eben.
So yeah, so I sent you that code earlier. I'm not sure what is the best way to get you that code.
You want to post that on a gist, gist.github or mail it to GitGen?
Well, I did mail it to
Oh, you mailed it
last
to me.
week.
Okay. So let me mail it to GitGen then. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can also copy and paste it into Skype, so it's right there for you.
I got it. So, Gijan, I'm gonna paste it in your Skype here. I have it here. Okay, I dropped it in your Skype chat, and Eben can explain through the code. So the good thing is, I mean, even though the app was configured to run in the Maven profile and all that goodness, but because we are running in NetBeans, we don't even worry about the Maven profile. We just say, Maven, go figure it out. This is the application server. It is. Okay.
Yeah, so what this piece of code is sort of a hello world for connecting to Couchbase. It shows you the basics of creating the connection and running a simple query to get some documents back.
Right. So there's a pom.xml where we have specified that dependency. See how we can extract it from there and put it here. Yes. Oh, so go to the very top. That's where the pom is. Yeah, right here. So line 30. Yeah, yeah. Just one line. Correct. Is there a way by which we can convert a Ant-based project to Maven-based project? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I completely agree. And Eben has also typed the dependency in the Skype chat.
Although
Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, yeah, yeah. That's correct.
okay,
Yeah,
oh, so he's got it, great.
right. And then yeah, okay, correct. The latest version of the Java client is 2.2.3, so that but that doesn't matter. We're okay with sticking with 2.2.1 for now. There you go. Fancy. Another nice NetBeans feature. Well, I mean the Maven project handling, the Palm handling is definitely one of my favorite features of NetBeans as well.
So he also needs Core IO from Couchbase.
Okay. So Eben was making a point as well.
Yes, there is a second dependency from Couchbase that you need to put into Maven, and that's the Core IO library.
But that's automatically pulled in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, now we can just drag and drop the source code all over here. So this is looking more like a formal NetBeans module now, as opposed to the hack work that we were doing last time. Yeah.
And you'll want to change the password that's hard coded in the code there to whatever password you set up for your Couchbase cluster when you configured it a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Original one. Yeah, things are looking good.
All right. So we are converting our Ant-based project to a Maven-based project right now.
Yes. I can hear my voice again.
Oh, I disconnected the headset. I was wondering how is it going, but it seems like there is an echo.
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. Right. 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 So the code that Eben just gave us, we haven't plugged in that code yet. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of transformation of from Ant to Maven based project, all you did was you converted a new NetBeans module using Maven, and then you moved over the dependencies. That's about it. Okay. Right. So that needs to go into the resources then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bam. That's really cool. Yeah. Super cool. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. Yeah. No. Now we should see the icon if we run it again. Yeah. All right. So now, when I'm firing up a Couchbase server, remember one of the requirements that I was giving is I should be able to have I should be able to configure multiple Couchbase nodes over here. So I think, do you want to parameterize for that, or do you just want to say, okay, wait, that's a detail. We'll take a look at it later. Okay.
Yeah, certainly there are many ways that you can parameterize this. Right now, just as an example, it gets a list of all the buckets and tells you how many documents are in each. But of course, if you were doing a real application, you want to probably connect to specific buckets that are known a priori and then do specific things with those buckets.
I guess that's a good approach. That for now we're just trying to see if it comes to life, and then we can look at parameterizing it later.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Does it not give a clue on which dependency is not correctly defined? Aha. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's fine. I know the brute force works all the time. There you go. Yeah. So now if we double click on the Couchbase icon, it should show us a message in the status bar. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Icon and then the label and the action, actual action. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh, icon is there. Oh, connected and then disconnected and then connected. So it got the oh there you go. Got
Yes.
get doco count 3150. So Evan, that's the message coming from your message.
Yes. Yeah. So it found that there were 0 documents in the default bucket and 31,000 or so in the trouble sample bucket.
So that's a good sign though. But Gijan, it didn't show it in our status bar. Okay. All right. Where's the display message? I don't see it here. Oh, okay. So maybe we have to kind of hold it there. Okay, okay. So, Gideon, I think we are above the time slot already. So let's do this way. I mean, this is already a good start. We saw sort of the Doco count and all those things in our NetBeans console output window. So that's a good sign. Maybe what we can do is we can check in. So today, what we have done is we have taken the AND project, we converted that to Maven module. We also were able to get a simple Java EE application running on Wildfly, and show people how to install Couchbase, configure it, and have that application do CRUDing on that Java EE application on Couchbase bucket. So we did a lot of stuff already. So how about we take a pause here, take a break here, and then resume again next Friday? Yeah, and then you will check in this code as well. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. All right, same here. Bye, Gijan. Bye, Eben.
Right.
Bye. Bye.